What's up, everybody? We are live, 9 a.m. Thank you all for being here on time. For those of you that joined us live, what's up, everyone on the replay? I'm going to go ahead and for those that are going to be here, I'll just have the chat up. So obviously, if you have questions, you want to map this out. Maybe you have a particular example, then by all means, jump into the Q&A. This is piggybacking on a series of lives that we are doing, and it is all relationship based. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Cletus Coffey, and I founded Be the Torch, and it is a program where we are helping primarily men and really develop themselves, the self-mastery, so they can become men capable of creating more wealth in less time, to find and attract a soulmate and or enhance the relationship that they're in. Obviously, getting and taking care of their body, because you're going to need it for all the things that you want to do. And it really stems from the fact that, dude, most men who are entrepreneurial, who have kids, like, it's all about business, baby. Let me drive and make money, and that'll take care of all my problems. It really does not. And case in point, it did not serve me ever in my life. So let's get right into this. And really the topic behind this particular live really is just this idea that we don't live in silos. And what happens and who we are in business is who we are in our relationships, who we are in our health, in our social circles. We are all one. I mean, you can't tell me, and I've yet to find anybody that has been able to tell me that they can compartmentalize, that they can show up as this one thing in business and then something else in their relationship. And it doesn't work that way. And so what happens is everything spills into each one of the buckets that we have in our life, from our family, our fitness, our fortune, our foundation, a connection to a higher power, and our focus, which is our emotional intelligence. Like, it's all interconnected. And so what that means is whatever's going on at home is absolutely 100% going to affect other areas of your life. I used to think I could get away with this because things were chaotic at home, very toxic, very challenging in my relationship. And for some reason, somehow, I was able to get up on a stage and do a talk in front of a group. And I'd walk away going, man, I killed it. How did I do that? Just 30 minutes before going on stage, I was getting text messages about how horrible of a guy I was, and how much I'm causing her all these challenges in her life, and I'm the cause of it, and this, that, and the other. What I didn't realize was that what I was bringing to the stage or into a meeting, into a sales call, whatever, I was bringing that energy with me. And although I thought I did well, there was probably a part of me that could have done that much better. I didn't even realize what was possible if I was able to show up clear-minded, if I was able to show up with a different frequency, a different energy, versus true shame and guilt and despair and anger. And so it's happening to most men who are in relationships where there's disconnection, distrust, toxicity, abuse. There is constant and consistent criticism. There is disconnection, lack of intimacy. To think that you can go from that space in your life and then show up at the office and be like locked in, super focused, super connected, all of an energy and a frequency that is about connection and collaboration and team, you're lying to yourself. It doesn't work that way. And yet so many men think, and I said it yesterday in a live, if some of you were there, there's a rose-colored glasses, or pick your favorite color, whatever, a rose-colored glass, tinted glasses, in way in which most of us see the world based on our past. And I know for me, I didn't think there was anything different, anything that that it was normal, that it was normal for me to have a chaotic life at home, lots of tension, lots of anger, lots of stress, lots of criticism and toxicity. And that, well, I'll just show up at work with that. And, I can get things done. I'll make some money. I'll close some sales. I'll get some speaking opportunities, and I'll just kind of go along, not realizing that that's not normal. That's not the way it has to be. And it wasn't until I was able to take those glasses off, which was a hell of a lot of internal work, to realize that no. There's so much more that I can create, so much more I can do in my life if I were to not have that type of pain walking around day to day. Shame, guilt, fear, scarcity, insecurity, feeling inadequate. That's a lot of what it was. That's for most people. So the idea is, since it spills over, and same thing, what goes on in business is going to spill over into your relationship. And so, dude, I can get, and you may have been burned by women in your past. I hear this a lot. Forget it. They're all cheaters and liars, and all they want is my money and da. Victim, victim, victim. Bullshit. You are not a victim. So get past that. As a human being, there is a core desire for connection, love, intimacy, all of that. And it's which the results that you are getting in your relationship is simply a mirror. It's a reflection into what's going on for you internally, how you feel about yourself, the way in which the thoughts that are going on in your head. So it's time for us to show up in business with a different mindset, a different energy, a different way of living, so that our business can grow. Let me make this clear. Your business or your career, you can grow that exponentially, significant growth, if you're not carrying around this baggage. So I love my rubber band theory here, or at least my example. What happens is we are ripping down, for most men, it's business, money, finances, investments. That's what we're striving for. This is the growth that we want to grow. However, we are anchored down by the other areas of our lives. And so if we weren't anchored down, we wouldn't have this resistance to actually getting the growth that we want. We're stuck. We're limited. And it's not that you need more marketing. It's not that you need to hire some more people, or you need to take down a competitor. Like, that's all tools based. There's a core foundation that's not letting you go. You are being anchored by other areas of your life because of how you are showing up. So imagine if you didn't have this anchor at home, this constant criticism, this scenario where you're in a relationship with someone that doesn't desire you, doesn't want you, you feel unappreciated, constant and consistent criticism. You're not going to be able to grow with that anchor. And if you don't have that in your life, meaning maybe you already got divorced, maybe you've moved on, you're going to continue to, unless you do this work, my friend, you're going to continue to attract those anchors that are preventing you, those relationships that are not going to allow you to get where you want to be. So now's the time to, whether you're in a relationship or you're looking for one, to make a shift. What does that shift look like? I'll tell you what it doesn't look like. It has nothing to do with her. Because if we can, this is the evolution here, this is the after. Before, you're stuck, you're limited, you think you're doing well, but imagine how much better you could do in your business if you have all things growing and expanding at the same time. There are no anchors. So what goes on at home is going to affect what goes on in your business. So what it doesn't look like is we make it about her. It's not about her. It's nothing to do with her. Well, Cletus, she's constantly angry. She doesn't want to have sex. She is super critical. And yeah, I get that. And she's reflecting back to you what's going on for you, what you are feeling for yourself. Deep down, It's there. She's reflecting the energy that you're bringing to this relationship. She's reflecting back to you, and for most men, the lack of leadership in this relationship. For somewhere along the line, you let go. You got comfortable and let go of that masculine energy that's in you, and you've allowed the relationship, or you've allowed her to lead. I hear it all the time. Guys say, well, Cletus, I make decisions all day at work, and I come home and I just want to relax. I want to have a drink. I want to have a smoke. I want to play video games. I want to just numb my brain. I don't want to make decisions. Guess what, dude? You're in a relationship. And what you want is this partner of yours to unfold in her divine feminine, but you don't want to do the work. You don't want to lead. She needs you to lead. In order to do that, she needs you to lead, but you're not leading at home. And again, most men think, well, I pay the bills, I make the money, I put the roof over her head, I'm leading. Yes, that is a form of it. And that's not what's going to light her up. That's not what's going to allow her to show up authentically as herself in your relationship. She may be inauthentic in herself, thinking that, I should be grateful because he's doing, but it's going to show up in other areas. There's going to be disconnection. She doesn't want to flirt with you. She's not having sex with you. She's maybe being overly critical. I mean, that's what's showing up for her, because she's not feeling herself. She's not allowing to just to step back and be in her feminine, because you're not leading. You're not leading at home. And so you're leading in business, you're leading in meetings, you're leading your teams, but your leadership at home isn't working. So guess what? If you're not leading at home, you're actually not really leading in the office to the level and the capacity that you could be. Because if you could show up as a true, solid leader in your relationship, you are going to see different results. She is going to reflect back to you the power that you are stepping into, the increased, heightened frequency that you are showing up as. She's going to feel it. And all of a sudden, the criticisms are going to subside. She's going to desire you again. She's going to see you and go, ooh. Her energy is going to, her feminine energy is going to be attracted to your polarity, the opposite, your masculine, and she's going to start to draw to you because you're leading. And then think about it, and I'll just flat out think about you as the guy who hasn't had sex in weeks, is feeling disconnected. Your ship's passing in the night. She hasn't been overly appreciative. You expect that guy to go up and slay the dragon in business? Bullshit. Doesn't work that way. That's not going to work, or to the capacity in which you are capable of. So yeah, you think, well, Cletus, man, I make a couple $100,000 a year, or I've got a 6-figure business, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay. And imagine what it'd be like if you were getting laid every week or every other day. You got your woman texting you going, man, I can't wait for you to come home. Or you walk in the door and she's just completely appreciative, recognizing you, wanting you. How is that dude going to show up the next day at work, in the office, in the sales meetings, in the presentations, in the negotiations? That dude's going to show up in power, feeling solid, feeling good. And it's nothing to do with her. It's just how you are showing up. And she's reflecting back to you how you're showing up. And all of a sudden, you're getting the results you want in business because you are showing up with a different energy. It's all connected, man. I'll circle back to the very beginning. It is all connected. But the mistakes that men generally make is they think that, well, if I just go take care of the wealth, the money, not saying the wealth, because wealth encompasses a lot of different things. The money, well, then that'll make her happy. And then she'll stop bugging me. I don't care. Guys, just look at the richest men on the planet. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, relationship challenges, divorces. Doesn't matter how much money you have. That's not going to satisfy. You think it will. You think you can go make some more money, but just use whoever your example is of like, man, this dude is super successful. Not at home. Most are not. And you're not a victim. You are a torch. And that torch has to be lit by you. You have to light it to become the master of yourself, to know thyself. And when you show up, you're going to win either way. See, you show up authentically as you, standing in power, authentically as a leader. The woman in your life is either going to respond to that by desiring you, wanting you, craving you, can't wait to connect with you, and be led by you. Or she's not. And it's like, you're here, you've raised your frequency. You're up here, you're vibing at awareness and love and collaboration. And she's got to do her work. She may still be down here in fear, guilt, shame. And so something's got to happen. Either you got to come back down to the shame and the guilt and the fear and where she's at so you guys can connect in the toxic, fighting, criticism type of way. Or she's got to start to do her work. She's going to see you. It's an invitation, dude. When you do the work on you, you raise your frequency. It's an invitation for her to do the same. And now you guys can meet here from a place of collaboration, of love, of seeing one another for who they really are and loving them. Now, I'll go to the apocalyptic event, which is she doesn't want to come up here. She wants to stay down here. Okay? And then there are decisions to be made. Do you want to continue to be up here when someone else is down here and live your life that way? Or can you go find somebody else that can meet you? And for those of you who've gotten divorced, have gotten to this place, and for most men, I kid you not, it is the woman that does the work. She gets up here and he's still down here. And then finally she leaves because he has not seen the invitation to come meet her at a higher level. And so she leaves. And then he goes and finds another woman that's down here and says, man, I keep finding these broken relationships, these crazy women, and blah, blah, victim, 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 when you're just down here just attracting the same energy that you are living in. Brother, it's time to make a shift. And when you do, if you're in a relationship, it's an invitation to your partner to do the same. But you have to lead it. You can't expect to be down here in this fear and worry and insecurity and expect her to go up here and then all is going to be good. No. She's going to do the work to improve. She may stop criticizing you. She may stop getting angry, but she's going to be aware and see that you're not the right fit for her, dude. So, no more victim mentality. If you want to get her to want you again, you got to become the dude capable of being wanted. This is not about her. You can't fix her. You got to become the dude elevated to be wanted. And that doesn't mean go work harder, hustle harder, make more money. That's not what she wants. So imagine if you don't have to hustle as hard, work as hard, be exhausted and tired. Imagine if you don't have to do that and you still make great money. Or I'm willing to bet even better money. But at the same time, you have elevated yourself to become a man that she's like, oh, yes, that's who I want to be with. That's who, even through the hard times, I want to go through challenges with. I want to have healthy collisions with. Yes, because we grow from it. We get better. We see one another. We recognize one another. We can communicate with strong boundaries. Now you see, I put this up. This is my 3-step reset. Some of you are familiar with it, but this is the core element of the whole Be the Torch program. Burn, build, being. And it works with every step, with every pillar. And we're talking the relationship pillar and how it affects your business pillar. But you got to burn down the old version of you. That dude that says, man, I'm just going to go to work. I'm going to slay it. I'm going to make a bunch of money. And I'm going to come home and she's going to love on me and appreciate me. And you know what? Here's the thing. You may be getting some of that, but not to the level that you're capable of, or your relationship is capable of, or that maybe you really want. You haven't explored that. You're just stuck in your comfort zone, especially you've been married for 10, 15, 20 years. We are constantly evolving and growing. And if you're not, dude, you're missing out on some incredible opportunities. I could not imagine what I know now at 50 years old, what I would have known if I had known this at 30. But that's the thing. Like, I had to go through the last 20 years of really challenges, toxicity, abuse, pain, on the floor, just in tears, wondering like, when am I ever going to feel better? And am I ever going to feel better? Ever. I would not have gone to a place where I'm at right now. So I had to burn down the old version of me that was continuing to attract. And I continue to do it in different areas of life. We think about relationships and health and business. For me, I'll say this. These are the 3 core desires: health, wealth, relationships. I've never had an issue. Well, I shouldn't say never had an issue with health. That would not be the truth. But for the most part, I've never really had to think much about health. I've just done it. It's not even something I have to worry about, I have to think about. I take care of my body. And I'm willing to help you guys with this by all means. That's part of this. I can help you on my path. I don't have I was 300 pounds and now I'm 180. And I don't have this big transformational story when it comes to health. I have always stayed ready, so I don't have to get ready. It's a quote by Hall of Famer Ray Lewis. I've always stayed ready, and I continue to stay ready and take care of my body. It's just natural. I don't think about it. Other areas of my life, my relationships and my wealth and my business, I've had horrible challenges with. That wasn't something that I came into this life with ease. There were massive constraints within them. And I've put a lot of work into both of them, but I still have a lot of work to do. Evolution, growth, as I'm evolving and growing. It has nothing to do with the relationships I've been in. It has nothing to do with the businesses I've done or money and all that. It's just my individual growth. If you want her to want you again, you have to burn down the old version of you and build it up from a place of truth, not lies. Because in the current version of you that needs to be burned down exists a series of lies, lots of them. Because you don't even know you're lying anymore. You're just doing it. And I'm not even talking about lying to others. I'm talking about to yourself. But just know if you're lying to yourself, you're lying to others. Because you're not showing up authentically. You're cheating others. You're cheating that woman at home from getting the true, authentic, real, raw version of yourself. And so you're showing up as someone who you think she wants you to be. You think, well, if I just go out and make a bunch of money, then she'll be satisfied. Is that who you attracted? Did you attract in your life that someone that all they care about is money? They don't care about anything else. If you did, and that's not who you are, then you have a decision to make. But it starts with you. Who are you? Burn down the old version of who it is. Get aware of who that is, build that back up, and then you have to embody it. You have to be it. And this comes back to becoming the man capable. You have to be the man. Don't talk about it. Don't dream about it. Don't meditate about it. Be it. Embody it. Because that's what she's going to feel. And then you're no longer pulling her to be intimate with you, pulling her to have a sex life, pulling her to want to just have peace and ease. No. She's being drawn to you without you having to pull. You are just showing up as the man capable. It's not about hustling harder, to grow your business. It's not about throwing more marketing dollars at it. Try this on. Try focusing on you, burning down the old version, building it from a place of truth and authenticity, who you are, and watch her want you again. And when she wants you, dude, that's how we connect physically. Men, women emotional, men physical. Not that we both can't do either one, but I know you love physical connection. Imagine when you have it. And you don't have to necessarily work for it, beg her for it, show up as someone you're not in order to get it. That was me. And that sucks, because it's not so much about not having physical intimacy with my partner, but not showing up as myself, having to show up as someone different to try to get that. Someone who's chasing, someone who's begging. That's not who I wanted. That's not what she wanted. But we didn't know that either. Neither one of us knew that. At least I didn't. And so being able to show up as me and say, you know what? This is who I am. And it's like, and I call it be the torch for a reason. I mean, it's just, you have to light your own way. And like moth to a flame, dude. You show up in power, solid, who you are. You embody that. She's going to be drawn to you. She's going to want you. She's going to appreciate you. And then it's just a natural byproduct. Your growth in business is going to reflect that. You're going to see some expansion. You're going to see more sales. Or if you're an executive, you're going to see a promotion or someone recruiting you out of nowhere wants to pay you more money. That's just the way it works. So what's happening at home is going to change your business life, but you got to get solid with you in order to have both of those areas growing congruent. They may not grow at the same pace, but they're growing together. So neither one of them are anchoring down. Your relationship is not anchoring what's going on in that business. And you're no longer wearing those rose-tinted glasses where you think that you can be in this toxic relationship or disconnection. She's angry constantly. She doesn't desire you. And she uses, excuses such as, well, we've got the kids and, I'm postpartum, all real stuff. However, it's on you. That's on you to show up differently. You can't change her. You can't discount what she's going through. And, you really can't control and fix her. You can only take care of you and elevate yourself, okay, to that level that you feel so aligned with, so authentically with you. And I'm telling you, I continue to see it change. Guys in business going, holy cow. I'll just talk for myself. How I'm able to see things a bit differently when I don't have this chaos and this pain and stress in my life. When I have a partner who desires me, wants me, appreciates me, communicates that on a regular basis. It's game changing. And you know what? It has nothing to do with her. It has everything to do with me. Because you know what? I want me. I value me. I appreciate me. I no longer have to feel guilt and shame that I felt for so long. I carried with me. I don't have it. And so I don't have it. So my external environment doesn't have it. So I'm going to leave you with this. Far too many of us are looking to our external environment to give us what we want, give us what we think we need. But the truth is, there's nothing in the external that's going to give that. It all lives already inside of you. You already have it. It's already there. For a lot of men, like, I've lost my edge. I've lost my fire. I've lost my confidence. It's in there. You're just disconnected from it. Once we reconnect with it, the external environment is going to reflect back to us. That's it. The external environment we cannot control. We can only control us. We make that change, the external environment is going to reflect that. In spades, brother. In that relationship, if you're married, if you're in a relationship, it's going to flip. And I mean, it's not going to take long. If you're looking for someone, you're going to find someone that is the most aligned, connected, grounded, peaceful, sexual, intimate human being that you've always dreamt of. And the only reason that you have attracted her is because you've become that, the most grounded, peaceful, loving, sexual, intimate man. You've tapped into that for yourself. And by doing that, you attract that person into your life. Moth to a flame. You got to be that torch, brother. Okay, guys, I'm going to jet on this live here, unless anyone has any questions. Those of you who are watching this on replay, just drop the questions in the comments here. You can also reach out to me. I'm at Cletus Coffey on all of those social channels. Shoot me a DM if you got questions. I can help support you in this. I know for a lot of you, you're like, I don't get it. Or I get it, but I don't know how to implement it. That's where I come in. If you want to accelerate this process, that's where I come in. You can take the long road, which I'm very familiar with. Last 20 years, I've been doing this. Or you can I can help you accelerate that based on what I've experienced and how I can help remove the fog that's in front of most men. That's all I'm doing. I'm here to just remove the fog. You got to step in and take the action. I can't do that for you, but I can remove the fog, help you see those blind spots. And once you see them, it's like, man, where's that been my entire life? I get that. I've been there. So I'm at Cletus Coffey. Guys, just put a comment here. What do you like? What was helpful here? What would you like more of? I'm here to be of service. Please let me know how I can support you. We'll be live again on Friday. Please join us there. Again, accelerate your business, fellas, by taking care of what's going on at home. How you take care of what's going on at home, it's going to affect your business. Take those rose tinted glasses off and see what's real for yourself.